To throw on second down. Rich, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Rich, he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Reagor, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. They go counter with Breida. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Brightwell. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Holmes returning from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out come the Giants. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Brightwell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, Johnson, nice grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Brightwell. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. All the option left, it's Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. Back to throw. Jones. Check down to Breida. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2nd down and 5. Looking to throw. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On the run, it's Brightwell. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off play action. Jones. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun, Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw. Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll flip this out to Brightwell. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, Rich on the move to his left. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Off the bootleg, Rich sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Rich. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He's got to make. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. He's got Bellinger. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Here's Jones on 1st down. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger from 3 yards out. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Well, what a season it's been for them, Charles. They have already, with 3 weeks left before the playoffs, clinched that #1 overall seed. And, of course, what comes with that is the first-round bye.
It's not just that open week that they've clinched. They've also clinched their status as a heavy favorite to represent their conference in the Super Bowl. So all these other teams are going to have to play it out, jockey around, and try and get into the playoffs. What they have to decide is how much do they play their key players down the stretch in order to be ready to go when the playoff games begin.
A give left side to Cook. Four yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Looking to throw. Rich. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of... Oh, no, he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Rich. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a toss here, short side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Dances by him. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey get...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Owasor showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Operating from the gun. Rich, he finds his man, complete. That's Osborne.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Jamie Gillendow, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Off the play fake. Rich. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Looking to throw on second down. Rich. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Rich. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now Jones and the Giants down by 2 touchdowns. 2:24 to go. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. This pass complete to Galladay on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. And his pass incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Now Jones. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. He's got some room to operate. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Looking to throw. Rich over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Minnesota, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.